Shalom. All right, so have some great things to talk about. Well, I think they're great things to talk about. So, you guys know that I tell you that I pray before I go into work, which I mean you should, whether you have a great job or not. You should always pray to make sure that you are being used by Ruach Hakodesh and not in your flesh. But let's just put it this way. My job is a very stressful job, and then I'm a manager, so then I have to train people and then deal with the stresses of the job on top of it, which I'm okay with. But it was something that Ruach Hakodesh said to me last night, because last night was kind of challenging for me. But I love how Ruach Hakodesh gives us a new way of looking at things, because there is a high level of need by the people that come and are there at the hotel. Okay, it's a high level of need. And usually on the shift that I work, which is the second shift, is usually just one person. Now, I'm training someone right now, so it's me and that other person. However, you literally have to be housekeeping, houseman, maintenance, and management and front desk all at the same time on the second shift. And then third shift, everybody sleep. You're just really just watching over the hotel. And then the first shift, you're just checking people out. So those two shifts are actually very easy. It's the shift that I work by myself that usually it's kind of challenging. But Ruach HaKodesh said to me yesterday, he said, how will you deal with the challenges of ministry and the needs of the people if you can't deal with this? And I'm like, huh. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you put it to me like that, okay, you got a point. But for real though, in ministry, it's 24 hours. It's nonstop. There's no such thing as retiring from pastor or all that stuff. So when I hear it, I'm like, you can't retire from your calling. Like, retiring from your calling is you're dead to me. But anyway, so it's 24 hours. And the needs of the people can range from minimal to maximum. And the thing about it is you have to be able to handle the pressures of ministry while maintaining your own life. So now today I had the opportunity of going into work with a new mindset, and because I'm all on customer service, customer service is very important to me, but it was becoming challenging for me in full transparency. And the other thing that Ruach HaKodesh wanted me to say to you is, don't be afraid to be open, honest, and upfront with people about how you feel and what you're going through, because there's a difference between being transparent and complaining, okay? Complaining has no purpose, but when you are honest and open and upfront about your feelings, you are actually keeping yourself from becoming riddled with illnesses and sicknesses. There are a lot of ailments that people suffer, especially in the body of Mashiach, because we hold stuff back. Because again, Ruach HaKodesh has said this to me before. We have this stigma that we have to appear a certain way in front of people, and we're doing it in our own flesh, knowing that 2 seconds prior, when someone says, how are you doing today? 2 seconds prior, we were just battling with the spirit of suicide. Well, it's probably not a spirit, but we were just battling with suicide. And now I'm blessed and highly favored. Here's the thing. Tell people how you're feeling. When you hold it in, first and foremost, you build up stress. There's a chemical reaction that happens in your body that causes stress to start to take a toll on you physically. My stress comes out through my skin. So the fact that, again, you can't really see it, but the fact that I have all these marks on my face, that is how stress comes out. And Ruach HaKodesh told me, he said, stop holding that stuff in. Stop trying to seem like everything's okay because you're my daughter. Because here's the thing, don't complain, but let people know that you're not okay. Like at my job, for instance, I'm on my way there early right now to have a talk with one of my managers to let him know about the different things that's going on there, because it's going to, in the long run, not only help me, but the other people that work there. And I'm not going to go into a long thing, but listen, it's okay to be human, okay? Yeshua, when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane, he experienced what the medical community calls hematidrosis. Hematidrosis. That is when you sweat blood. It's a rare condition. And they gave it a name. I mean, I'm pretty sure. So, hematidrosis, okay? He sweat blood. He still did what he was supposed to do. He still got on the cross. We know the story. But I feel like in that moment, we got to see the human side of him. He even said, Father, take this cup from me, yet let it not be my will but yours. That was his way of showing us that it's okay to be human. Yahuwah does not expect us to be these emotionless robots that never feel anything. Don't complain, but don't hold stuff in to your detriment. Got high blood pressure, having heart attacks and all strokes and all this other stuff because we walking around putting on a show for folks. That's never what he asked us to do. As a matter of fact, if you look at all of the writers of the Bible, you will see the patriarchs of the Bible, they were very human in their obedience to Yahuwah. Very human. We see humans living out the will of the Most High Yah. That's what we see. We don't see these superhumans. We see humans submitting to Yahuwah. Sometimes you might need to tell somebody what you're going through, what you're battling with. And of course, as always use judgment. Don't just tell everybody, but don't feel like you can't tell anybody because you're supposed to put on this. No, he doesn't want actors. This is not a stage play. This is real life, okay? As a matter of fact, Yeshua got on the Pharisees, calling them hypocrites, hypocrites, actor, because they put on a stage play. They were putting on a show, pretending to be righteous, pretending to be holy. So, again, Ruach HaKodesh, he showed me the purpose of this job that I'm currently in because, trust me, the enemy does not want me there. Because there's all kinds of offers that I've been getting outside of this job. And Ruach HaKodesh keeps saying, nope, this is where you're supposed to be. This is where you're supposed to be. So I've stayed. And I've done my job in as much excellence as I possibly can because this is where Yahuwah has me right now. But again, the offers that are coming from outside, like, they are unbelievable offers. And I can't even believe the fact that I haven't taken them. But I already know that if I do, I will be abandoning the assignment. Because what I'm going through, this is meant to train me. He can't release me into what it is he's releasing me into unless I get this training. And I can run and take the easy route, but then eventually I'm going to wind up back here having to get trained again. And it's just going to further delay what it is that he's supposed to do in and through me, which ultimately will result in me getting chastised because of my disobedience, because there's people attached to the ministry that he gave to me. I don't know those people yet. I don't know who they are, but I do know that he's training me right now so that when he brings them into my presence, they can receive what it is he placed in me for them to receive. You see what I'm saying? So again, changed mindset. I'm looking at things differently. Hallelujah. And then stop holding stuff in thinking that you're supposed to be perfect. The only perfect being is Yahuwah. It's okay. Find somebody that you can talk to. If you can't talk to him, because sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. I understand it. I get it. Idealistically, we should take all of our problems to Yahuwah, but sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. Okay? Find somebody safe to talk to. Don't hold it all in. Look at things differently. Okay? That's the message that he gave for me to give to you. Now I got to go ahead and get going because I got to have this meeting before I go in. But you guys, I am so super excited about the things, surprisingly, that's going on in this season. And I pray that these messages help you guys. I really do, because we're living in times where our mental capacity and our emotional capacity is really being challenged. And the things that we see going on in the world is slowly making its way over here to America. So again, I love you. Shalom Aleichem.